This is a photograph of Michael Collins. Anybody know who Michael Collins was? He was the unfortunate poor guy who went down in history of going to the to the moon, and nobody remembers him because he was the guy that stayed on the Apollo capsule. Poor old Mike. You know, talk about out the limelight. And yet the mission, if it took place, would have never succeeded without Mike in the Apollo capsule, orbiting the lunar surface, ready to dock and manoeuvre so that it could dock with the lunar lander when it lifted off. This particular photograph was apparently a photo of him doing a moonwalk. According to NASA it is, and you can research this yourself, guys. Officially, NASA have released this photograph of Michael Collins doing a moonwalk whilst in space. And this is all in preparation of going to the moon. I did check into this personally myself, and yes, NASA did release this on several occasions with that statement. Until a photograph appeared of Mike Collins doing a simulation test in an aircraft, in an airplane. And you see these people go up in the airplanes, and then they suddenly go like this, and of course you get this kind of zero gravity effect. Test flights and simulations in that. I'll show you the other photograph of him doing that test in the plane. What's that one? Okay, so very, very similar photographs, aren't they? So what we did is we put them side by side, and we did a mirror effect on them, and they are the same photograph. Exactly the same photograph. Mike Collins inside an aircraft doing a zero gravity test. Basically, you black the background, and NASA officially released that photograph, stipulating that he had done a moonwalk. Doesn't help regarding the theory, trying to suppress people who believe they haven't been to the moon. These sort of things do not help. Now, we've rather got a bunch of idiots at NASA which are releasing information, doctoring photographs, because that was personally doctored. Someone had to doctor it and release it. It was officially released 3 times by NASA, stipulating the same fact: Mike Collins doing a walk in space. We've either got a lot of idiots at NASA doctoring photographs and releasing them to the public. But why? If do they want us to believe that they didn't go to the moon? Is there a reason? Or was it done accidentally? Or was it done to hide something done like vindictiveness? We don't really know, but whatever is behind this photograph, it's certainly not Mike Collins doing the spacewalk. Interesting. They can't seem to make their mind up about what they're going to wear that day. 1 minute, white gloves and an antenna, no wrist strap and high boots. Then the dark grey gloves, no antenna, no wrist strap and high boots. And then dark grey gloves, antenna, black wrist straps and high boots. It would seem there seems to be a change of gloves. Now, they can't just go, hang on a minute, guys, let me just take that off and da-da-da-da-da. There is a set procedure of what they're wearing. According to NASA documentation of the Apollo program, they had 2 sets of astronaut suits, just in case there was one malfunction, all of which were identical, all of which are documented, all of which were white. And of course, we've got dark boots instead of white boots, and we've got dark gloves instead of white gloves.
And here's the helmet, cropped and enlarged. Look at the aerial. It's now middle back. That's the wrong position. And you can see the colour of it. It's just been airbrushed in or penciled in, maybe a normal pencil. It should be where the right hand arrow displays, right front corner. But wow, folks, look what's coming up here. What have we got in the visor? Now, anyone remember when I displayed a rabbit in the visor of an astronaut, smiling and smoking a cigar? And according to the nutter Astrobrand, he as good as suggested it could be a cloud, because he stated under another ID, it's always possible to see faces in clouds. So that's what he was trying to put over to you, the viewers, that it was a cloud. Right, folks, look what we've got here. Another astronaut's visor with a row of ceiling lights in it. just the same as I showed you with the previous photo. Now, this photo here, AS12-48-7071. What you've got here, if you brightened up this photo enough, you would see a very, very faint area penciled in and done with Photoshop, because as you can see, the photo has been photoshopped, folks.
This is an interesting photograph because you've got one, not only one, but you've actually got two there. You've got two models of the moon because you've got two different sides. But what's running in between them? Tracks. Those tracks hold cameras. So that's basically so they can set a camera on it and move it around the moon, and of course would look like actually orbiting the lunar, right down on the lunar module. And of course people have looked at that and said, well, of course, if you wanted to film, make it look like they were orbiting the moon, they could have easily done so. In fact, they've actually lit as well, these models of the moon, because representing sunlight being cast off them. Look at the detail that goes into some of these models. Thousands and thousands of hours just spent on a few creators, just getting it right. And yet they pulled off this mission all in 2 years. More moon models, some of them smaller, some of them a lot bigger. Exact replication of surfaces. And of course, numerous different types. Maps. Of course you can see, just from that alone, how real do they look.